Good afternoon, friends. Dear friends, in the previous lecture, we have discussed about the how current flows through the conductor. कैसे चार्ज कैरियर फ्री चार्ज कैरियर कंडक्टर में एक एंड से दूसरे एंड तक जाते हैं और जब चार्ज नेट फ्लो कर रहा है then they constitute a current and then we discussed about the Ohm's law. That means V is proportional to I and introduced a new term called resistance where R is equal to V upon I. SI unit ohms. Then we discussed about the factors on which R depends and observed that R depends upon length, area and resistivity rho. Resistivity do not depends upon the dimensions. What depends upon the nature of the material. After we discuss the relation for current density I upon A, which is called J, current density, current per unit area, and then J is equal to sigma E, where sigma is the conductivity. After discussing this relation, now we are going to discuss about the drift velocity. So dear friends, ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी की बात करने से पहले हम वो सारा कॉन्सेप्ट रिकॉल करेंगे जिसमें हमने बात किया था कि कैसे चार्ज कैरियर कंडक्टर में मूव करते हैं when potential difference is not applied and when potential difference is applied. Let us say initially no potential difference is applied across the specimen or material, say conductor. Then it has free electrons. These free electrons mean charge carriers moves in the random direction. Moves in the random direction. This velocity is because of their thermal excitation. ये इलेक्ट्रॉन टेम्परेचर की वजह से एक्साइट होकर अपने ऑर्बिट से बाहर है और रैंडमली मूव कर रहे हैं. They move in all possible directions. Let us say there are n number of free electrons or charge carriers and they have velocities u1, u2, so on un. Then the average velocity u1 plus u2 plus so on plus un upon n. The average velocity of all the molecules will be 0. Why? क्योंकि अगर कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स लेफ्ट में जा रहे होंगे तो प्रोबेबिलिटी सेज कि उतने ही राइट में भी आ रहे होंगे. सो नेट वेलोसिटी ऑफ बोथ v and प्लस माइनस भी 0. 0/2 0. कुछ डाउन जा रहे होंगे कुछ ऊपर जा रहे होंगे उनकी वेलोसिटी का एवरेज देन अगेन 0. सो इफ इट इज इन अ रैंडम डायरेक्शन देन द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ direction is equal in all possible directions. किस तरफ अगर लेफ्ट में है तो राइट में भी उतने, अप है तो डाउन में भी उतने ही इलेक्ट्रॉन मूव कर रहे होंगे. therefore the net average velocity becomes 0. we can say that sigma 1 upon n vi ui initial velocity ui I is equal to 1 to n is equal to 0. Now see what happens if we apply a potential difference. This side will become negative, this side will become positive, and all electrons will get a force toward the positive terminal. यहां से रिपेल होंगे, यहां से अट्रैक्ट होंगे, सारे इस तरफ को अट्रैक्ट करेंगे, and all the free electrons will start moving in unidirection. That means from negative terminal to positive terminal. All the electrons All the electrons will move toward positive terminal, unidirectional. If E is the electric field, if E is the electric field applied by this battery, then force experienced by these electrons F will be equal to QE, that means minus EE. This will be the force experienced by the free electrons and they will start moving. According to Newton's second law, F should be equal to ma. If I am discussing about the magnitude, then F is equal to ma. From these equation 2 and 3, F must be, ma must be equal to minus EE. Therefore, A is equal to minus EE by m. So acceleration will depend upon electric field, charge of the electron and mass of the electron. When this acceleration will act on the electrons, their velocity will increase, their velocity will change. Accelerated motion है, accelerated motion में velocity धीरे धीरे बढ़ती जाएगी. When this acceleration will act on the electrons, electron will undergo accelerated motion and their final velocity will be given by, say, the first electron v1 is equal to u1 plus at1. Similarly, for second electron, velocity will be equal to u2 plus at2. For third electron, v3 is equal to u3 plus at3. So on. For nth electron, Vn is equal to Un plus Atn. Adding all, V1 plus V2 plus so on plus Vn is equal to U1 plus U2 plus so on plus Un plus A कॉमन ले लेते हैं T1 plus T2 plus so on plus Tn, dividing by number of electrons to both sides. जैसे दोनों तरफ डिवाइड करेंगे इक्वलिटी मेंटेन रहेगी. Now this velocity, what is this? Average final velocity attained after the field is applied, after the potential difference is applied. This final velocity, final average velocity attained after the potential difference is applied is known as drift velocity. Is known as drift velocity is equal to, and what is this? Average initial velocity, and this we have already discussed, is 0. 0 plus a, and average time tau. So Vd is equal to, now substitute the value of a, minus E tau by m. This is the drift velocity attained by the free electrons when a potential difference is applied across the ends of the conductor. So by definition, what is drift velocity? Drift velocity is the average velocity attained by the free charge carriers when a potential difference is applied across the conductor. Now, we can see that drift velocity do not depends upon the time, but depends upon average time known as a relaxation time. Here tau is called relaxation time. And what is relaxation time? It is the time gap between the two successive collisions. हमने देखा, हमने बात किया था रेजिस्टेंस का ओरिजिन कहाँ है, रेजिस्टेंस कैसे आ जाता है. हमने बात किया था कि जब भी इलेक्ट्रॉन मूव करना शुरू करते हैं, they collide with the immobile ions or by the other electrons also they can collide. और during collision जब वो collide करते हैं, they lose their kinetic energy and with the help of the external field they again gain the energy and start moving. तो इस तरह से क्या होता है, उनका मोशन कोलिजन रिटार्ड अगेन स्टार्ट। तो ये जो हमारे पास टॉ आता है, दिस द टाइम कि जब वो एक बार कोलाइड हुआ तो जब उसने शुरू करके दोबारा कोलिजन होने तक, पहला कोलिजन और अगला कोलिजन, इसके बीच में जितना टाइम लिया गया, दैट टाइम इज नोन एज रिलैक्सेशन टाइम। Dear friend, this was about the drift velocity. And what is drift velocity now? We have concluded that the average final velocity attained by the free charge carriers when a potential difference is applied across the conductor. Now, we have to find out the relation of drift velocity with other terms like relation between current and drift velocity. Dear friends, to check the relation between current and drift velocity, let us consider a conductor whose cross-sectional area is A. Actually, we have to find the charge because current is charge upon time, and for that we have to first find the charge. When a potential difference is applied across this conductor, the free electrons in this conductor start moving with drift velocity. Say Vd. When the pressure difference is applied across the ends of the conductor, the free electron starts moving with the drift velocity. Let the length of this conductor is delta L, and if delta T is the time taken by the electron to cross this length, इसकी लेंथ डेल्टा एल है और ये इलेक्ट्रॉन ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी वीडी से चलते हुए यहां से लेके यहां तक डेल्टा टी टाइम में पहुंचते हैं, देन देयर इज अ रिलेशन बिटवीन डेल्टा एल वीडी एंड डीटी. व्हाट इज दैट? लेंथ इज इक्वल टू वेलोसिटी इनटू टाइम. Delta L is equal to Vd delta T. If we have to find out the volume, actually we have to find out the total charge, and total charge is flowing through the conductor, that means through the whole volume. So we have to find out the volume also. Volume will be equal to area into length, that is area Vd delta T. This will be the total volume of this conductor. If small n is the free electron density or charge density, conductor है तो free electron, and this depends upon the nature of the material. किसी में ज्यादा होगी, किसी में कम होगी. If n is the charge density of the conductor, then total charge in the conductor, कितना हो जाएगा? Density to volume, that means n into A Vd delta T. This is the total number of free electrons available in the whole specimen. As E minus E is the total charge, is the charge on one electron, is the charge charge on one electron, then total charge in conductor कितना हो जाएगा? टोटल चार्ज माइनस ई एन ए वी डी डेल्टा टी. दिस विल द टोटल चार्ज. What is the current then? I is equal to Q by delta T. Charge upon time is the current. चार्ज कौन सा? वी ऑलवेज टेक कन्वेंशनल डायरेक्शन. अगर ये हमारे पास टोटल चार्ज है फ्लो कर रहा, तो जो चार्ज फ्लो करता है लेकिन कन्वेंशन कौन सा था? पॉजिटिव चार्ज. ये तो इलेक्ट्रॉन की वजह से, लेकिन डायरेक्शन कौन सी लेते हैं? पॉजिटिव वाली. देयरफॉर दिस नेगेटिव विल बी omitted here and we got En a Vd delta T upon delta T. These are the total number of negative charge, total negative charge. But for current we consider positive charge, the direction of positive charge. That's why for current we have to take negative of this charge. Conventional direction, negative of the electronic current. तो नेगेटिव इलेक्ट्रॉनिक करंट मींस इसका नेगेटिव लेंगे तो ये नेगेटिव प्लस हो जाएगा. वी गॉट दिस डेल्टा टी कट गया. I is equal to E N A V D. This is the relation between current and drift velocity. याद रखने के थोड़ा सा इनको मैं हम जो करते थे, n को पहले लिखते हैं N E A V D और हम इसको नीड बोल देते थे. I is equal to नीड NEAVD. तो नीड से याद रखना थोड़ा सा वोकैबुलरी में इजीली बैठ जाता है और हमें ये टर्म कब याद आ जाए कि रिलेशन क्या था. तो रिलेशन कुछ I is equal to नीड मींस NEAVD. तो यहाँ पे V साइलेंट करते हैं नीड बोल देते हैं, नीड V साइलेंट, लेकिन D का मतलब ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी. तो VD मतलब ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी. N फॉर नंबर ऑफ चार्ज डेंसिटी, E for charge on one electron, A for area of cross section and D for drift velocity जिसे हम VD से रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं. That means I is equal to need. Further इसको थोड़ा और मैनिपुलेट करके और भी कई रिलेशन बन जाते हैं. जैसे अगर मैं A को इधर ले आऊं तो क्या बन जाएगा? I upon A is equal to NEVD. I upon A current density, J is equal to NEVD. This is the relation between current density and drift velocity. Relation between current density and drift velocity. Also, अगर हम VD की वैल्यू पुट कर दें, VD की वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दें तो क्या बन जाएगा? I is equal to E N A minus E by M tau. That means I is equal to minus N E square A by M E tau. अगेन यहां से अगर A इधर ले आते ये बन गया J is equal to N E square E by M tau और मैग्नीट्यूड ले लें तो नेगेटिव साइन हटा देंगे. N E square A इधर चला गया E tau by this tau E. This part, if we compare this relation with J is equal to sigma E, then sigma will be equal to N E square tau by M. This is the relation for conductivity. Conductivity of a conductor is given by this relation N E square tau by M. Tau by M. So these are the different relation for current and resistivity. Dear friends, for today we will discuss about these things only. Thank you.